Good afternoon. I'm Gloria Keh and I live in Singapore. I'm an artist and I'm very happy to greet all of you at ZOBRA. I'd like to talk a little bit about my art, not so much about the technique of painting or to have you watch me paint, but about practice. Because to be successful in anything, to be able to perfect any craft or any art, there has to be practice. To be a good swimmer, you swim every day, rain or shine. To be a good tennis player, you play tennis every day. And the same with art. I very strongly feel that you have to draw or paint or at least doodle every day. My practice is art journaling, in which I very often combine the written word because I was also a writer, and that's how I earned my living, not by selling art, but by writing advertising copy and writing feature stories and articles for magazines. I also write poetry, and I'm very inspired by wisdoms and quotations by great people who inspire me. People like Mother Teresa, Nelson Mandela, Rumi. And what I do is that I keep an art journal, and you can do this very easily. You can just buy a book and or even keep it on spare or on loose sheets. But I like to make up journals. But I like to make my own journals. So what I do is that I take a picture of one of my artworks and then I send it to a printer, and then I make a cover and it's wire bound, and then I do art every day, whether it's a mandala as you see on this page, little mandalas here, or it could just be a full artwork like this. And very often a quotation would inspire me. Like in this one here, you would see that I have written a quotation. I painted a background and wrote a quotation. Now, and then I also collect postcards of other artists as well as my own work, and then I stick it in, making it like a scrapbook. Here in this art journal practice, which didn't take me that long to do, the poem took a while to write, but then after, what I did is that I painted again the background, used a sticker of my own art, and then wrote a poem and transferred that poem onto the page. And the poem says, "In the far reaches of the mind, the seeker takes refuge beneath an umbrella of lotus leaves. Where all is silent, stillness begins to speak." And then I sometimes draw, and then since I've drawn faces in this one, what I wrote there was just face the day. And sometimes we need a bit of courage to face the day. This is something I worked for what we call in Singapore Hari Raya Puasa, which is to mark the end of the holy month of the Ramadan. So I made this, I did post it on Facebook and also for my Muslim friends. And here the drawing, it has 5 pillars in which, if you look at the back, were some of my notes that I wrote, in which I was thinking about the 5 pillars of Islam being things like the testimony of faith, prayer, giving zakat to the needy, fasting during Ramadan, pilgrimage to Mecca. So these sort of things, including quotations, inspires me a lot. Thank you very much. I do facilitate art journaling workshops as well as mandala workshops. And this is, I feel, a very important practice, that we connect with our art and we do something every day. And we, through our work, whether we post it on Facebook or we share it with friends, we hope that that will bring some joy, would mean something, would touch some heart, and would inspire the viewer. It is said that to be able to inspire another is the highest form of seva, which in Sanskrit means service. Thank you, Tuhit, for having me. I wish everyone all the best for the coming year. Bye-bye.